Hello everyone, this is Dr. K. Jagannaiki, Professor in MBA Department, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Dundigal. So today I would like to discuss with you about profit and loss account. It is also one of the final accounts that every company they are going to prepare at the end of the financial year. So after completion of this particular topic, the learner will be able to understand the concept of profit and loss account and what is the meaning and what is the specimen of profit and loss account. So let us start with the meaning of profit and loss account. So once a trading account is finished, then next level is we have to prepare profit and loss account. So this final account is also known as an income statement in some companies and which is used to assess the gross profit or gross loss from the table whatever we extracted from the trading account. So that must be transferred to profit and loss account. So all indirect expenses including salary, office and administrative expenses, rent, wages and cost on marketing and advertising are mentioned on the debit side. All indirect incomes including dividend received on shares, interest earned, profits earned on assets and recovered debts go to the credit side. So if you see the difference between trading and profit and loss account, we used to consider some of the parameters to differentiate these two accounts. Coming to the meaning, trading account used to find the gross profit or gross loss of the business for an accounting period, whereas profit and loss account are income statement used to find out net profit or net loss of the business for an accounting period. Second parameter is timing. So trading account is prepared first and then based on a trading account we used to prepare profit and loss account, and whereas coming to profit and loss account it is prepared after preparing the trading account. Whereas coming to the purpose of trading account for knowing the gross profit or gross loss of a business, whereas with the help of profit and loss account, we can able to identify what is the net profit and net loss of the business. The next parameter is stage. So trading account is the first stage of creating the final accounts. So based on this statement only one can assess what is the gross profit or gross loss. And coming to profit and loss account, this is the second stage in the creation of the final account. The next, dependency. See, it is not dependent on any of the accountant, but just by looking at the trial balance statement, we used to prepare trading account. And coming to the profit and loss account, it is based on the trading account. The next parameter is transfer of balance. So the balance in the form of gross profit or gross loss, so of the trading account will be transferred to the profit or loss of the profit and loss account. Whereas coming to profit and loss account, whatever balance we used to have in the form of net loss or net profit, and that should be transferred to the balance sheet. So these are the basic differences between trading and profit and loss accounts. The following items will appear in the debit side of the profit and loss account. So on debit side we used to take cost of sales. Cost of sales means the cost of goods sold, and the goods could be manufactured and sold or can be directly identified with goods. So all that kind of financial information in the form of cost of sales that should be mentioned on debit side of the profit and loss account. Then second, other expenses which are not directly related to the main business activity, that will be reflected in the profit and loss component. There are many type of expenses which includes like administrative, selling and distribution expenses. For example, salary to office staff, salesman commission, insurance, legal charges, audit fees, advertising, free samples, bad debts, etc. It will also include items like loss on sale of fixed assets, insert interest and provisions. All these things we used to mention on debit side of the profit and loss account. So students should be careful to include accrued expenses as well. The next one is abnormal losses. So all abnormal losses are charged against profit and loss account. It includes stock destroyed by fire, goods lost in transit, etc. Then let us see what kind of items that will appear on the credit side of profit and loss account. So under which the first one is revenue incomes. So these incomes arise in the ordinary course of business, which includes commission received, discount received, dividend received, etc. Other incomes, like the business will generate incomes other than from its main activity. So these are purely incidental. It will include items like interest received, dividend received, etc. The end result of one component of the profit and loss account is transferred over to the next component, and the net result will be transferred to the balance sheet as addition in owner's equity. So the profits actually belong to owners of the business. In case of company organizations where ownership is widely distributed, then the profit figure is separately shown in balance sheet. So it depends type of organization, whether it is a single entity or it is a joint stock company. Basing on that, we used to specify the incomes on credit side of the profit and loss account. This is the specimen of profit and loss account. So it should be like this. We have to write the heading of the particular table, profit and loss account for the year ended so and so year. So left hand side, debit side, and right hand side is known as credit side. So what kind of things that is going to include is the expenses, whatever incurred in the business, that we used to write on the debit side of the profit and loss account, and whatever incomes you are going to receive, that we used to mention on the credit side of P&L account. So gross loss, whatever we used to extract it from the trading account, that should be mentioned on debit side. So which is transferred from trading account. If it is gross profit, then that should be entered on credit side of the profit and loss account. So like expenses like administrative expenses, office salaries, communication, travel, conveyance, office rent, depreciation of office assets, audit fees, insurances. So all these things are expenses. Those expenses we have to write on the debit side of profit and loss account. Whereas coming to credit side, other than gross profit, we also consider other incomes like interest received, commission received, profit on sale of assets, rent received. Then we used to find out net loss. So how to prepare profit and loss account with the help of this following example? We'll see from the following particulars presented by Sri Trilhankar for the year ended 31st March 2013, prepare profit and loss account. So we have given gross profit as 1 lakh, rent 22,000, salaries 10,000, commission 12,000, insurance 8,000, interest 6,000, bad debts 2,000, provision for bad debts 4,000, sundry debtors 40,000, discount received 2,000, plant and machinery 80,000. So they have given some kind of adjustments. The adjustments are like outstanding salaries amounted to 4,000, rent paid for 11 months, interest due but not received amounted to 2,000, prepaid insurance due amounted to 2,000, depreciate plant and machinery by 10% per annum, further bad debts amounted to 2,000, and make a provision for bad debts at the rate of 5% on sundry debtors. Commission received in advance amounted to 2,000. So using this data, see how to prepare a profit and loss account. So here we have to write what is the title of that particular table. In the books of Sri Trilhankar profit and loss account for the year ended, mention the date, and now the particular profit and loss account, it can be mentioned like this. On debit side, you have to write the particulars, amount, right? After making some adjustments, and even the same thing followed on credit side of the profit and loss account. So in the given problem, just list out all the expenses and that should be mentioned on debit side of profit and loss account. So to rent 22,000, for that we have to add outstanding salaries, that is 2,000. Then we'll get, for that outstanding salaries is 10,000. For that add outstanding insurance, from that subtract prepaid bad debts. Then for that we have to add further bad debts, depreciation on profit and plant and machinery at the rate of 10% on 80,000. Then capital account, not profit transfer. Net profit, whatever we have, that should be transferred to balance sheet. So if you add these to 22,000 plus 2,000, that is 24,000. Then salaries 10,000 plus add outstanding, that is 4,000. So here we got 14,000. Then insurance 8,000. From that we have to subtract 2,000. Then the amount should be 6,000. Bad debts 2,000. For that we have to add further bad debts. So 2,000 plus 2,000, 4,000. And depreciation on plant and machinery at the rate of 10% on 80,000. So that is 88,000. So if you add up all these things and whatever amount we got, this is net profit. So total amount is 1,22,100. So coming to credit side, all incomes that should be mentioned on credit side of profit and loss account. So whatever we got from the trading account, that is 1 lakh, and gross profit that we have transferred from trading account, then commission less received in advance 12,000 minus 2,000, 10,000, interest 6,000. For that we have to add accrued interest. So 6,000 plus 2,000, 8,000. And discount received, provision for bad debts 4,000. From that we have to subtract new provision at the rate of 5,000 on 40,000 minus 2,000. So you'll get here 1900. Then add these totals, we'll get 1,22,100. So we know that the net profit or loss is added or deducted from owner's equity. The net profit may be used by the business to distribute dividends, to create reserves, etc. In order to show these adjustments, a profit and loss appropriation account is maintained. So distribution of profits is only appropriation and it doesn't mean expenses. So after passing such distribution entries, the remaining surplus is added in owner's equity. So the format of P&L appropriation account is like this. So profit and loss appropriation account for the year ended, debit and credit sides we have to specify. On a debit side, in the particulars column, to proposed dividend, to transfer to general reserve, to surplus carried to capital account. Then we have to take the total of that. The same way on credit side, by net profit transferred from profit and loss account. And again you just match these two totals, like how we have to prepare profit and loss appropriation account for the year ended. So let us take one example. X, Y and Z are three partners sharing profit and losses equally. Their capital is on 1st April 2012 were 80,000 for X, Y 60,000 and Z 50,000. They mutually agreed on the following points as per their partnership deed. The interest on capital to be allowed at the rate of 5% per annum. X to be received a salary at the rate of 500 per month. Y to be received a commission at the rate of 4% on net profit after charging such commission, and after charging all other items 10% of the net profit to be transferred general reserve. So profit from profit and loss account amounted to 66,720. Prepare a profit and loss appropriation account for the year ended 31st March 2013. So using this data, here we have prepared profit and loss appropriation account. So debit side, enter the details, dividend on capital for all the three partners. We have right here 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. Sorry, 2,500. So the total is 9,500. Salaries to X, which is already mentioned here. The salary to X 5,000 per month. Right? So per month 500. So at the rate of 12 months, it is 6,000. And commission to Y 1970. And general reserve, that is 4,925. Then net divisible profit for all the three members, that should be divisible equally, equal profits. So 14,775 for X, 14,775 Y, and 14,775 for Z. So if you add up all the three, now the net dividend profit is 44,325. Add all the totals, then we'll get 66,720. Whereas coming to credit side, by profit and loss account, we have 66,720. So that is net profit, what we have generated. Then in the working notes, if you see net profit before charging Y's commission, so that is 66,720 minus Y's commission at the rate of 4%. So 15,500, you'll get 51,220. From that we have to subtract 1970. So then we'll get net profit. So that is 49,250. So this amount, 10% of this net profit before charging Y commission, whatever we'll get, that should be transferred to general reserve. So 10% of 49,250 is 4,925. This amount we used to transfer to the general reserves. That's how we used to prepare the profit and loss account. With the help of this, the company may assess their net profit and net loss. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.